One of my clients told me last week, Lukas, our Jira is a disaster. Every department dumps tasks into one project. We have duplicates everywhere. Nobody knows what's going on. And I already know what that looks like because I've been spending 20 years in building operations and operation systems for companies doing anywhere between 5 million and 240 million revenue. I've seen this exact mess hundreds of times. So today I'm going to show you live on screen how I connected Claude to Jira from Atlassian using something called MCP and cleaned up a project that had 135 issues, was full of duplicates, had wrong labels, tasks from 8 different departments crammed into one board. Because here's what's made me want to record this video. My client's company hired an external consultancy to fix their Jira. The timeline? 4 months from now, starting in March, and the costs, thousands. I'm going to walk you through the exact same cleanup step by step, using AI, not as a toy, not as a demo, as an actual operations tool that gets real work done. Because I think that's where we are in 2026. By the end of this video, you'll see how I'll fix 135 messy issues, that they become 41 clean, organized tasks, and you'll know exactly how to do this yourself. No consultancy, no 4 months timeline, just you, Claude, and about a half an hour of focused work. Let's jump right into it. In case you don't know me, I'm Lukas Hertig. I've been building automation systems since 2003, 240 million ARR, 15 acquisitions, and helped exit 2 times, one time to 1.5 billion to private equity. And I'm applying that playbook to AI with PromptPartner. Ideas are nothing, execution is everything. Let's see how that looks like. Most companies, especially between 50 and 500 employees, end up with the same problem. They start using Jira, and it works fine for a while. Then marketing starts creating tasks. HR adds hiring tickets. Finance puts in budget reviews. IT logs support requests. And suddenly you have one project with 8 departments worth of tasks. No labels, no structure, and duplicates because 3 people created update the homepage banner, please, on 3 different ways. This is not a Jira problem. This is an operations problem. And most companies solve this by hiring a consultant who charges them thousands to do something that AI can do now. This is what I want to show you today. When you want to connect a system like Jira to your Claude, you need to go initially to your Claude interface. I hope you have already usage of this system because it's the most amazing AI for getting work done on the market right now. So you would need to go to connectors in settings. And inside the connectors, you basically say browse connectors. Then you choose the Atlassian connector. And all it does basically, this is now a demo environment for myself, just for this video, but it connects you to Jira and Confluence if you want. And as soon as you approve, you can actually accept what you would like to do. No worries, there will be one more option where you can choose what it can do and what it cannot do. So if we go one more time into settings and then connectors, you can see we are now here and you can configure this connector. So what I'm going to do, because we are in this video that I don't have to press 20 times approve, I will say always allow for all these things. Do not do this in your production instance. Check what Claude is going to do. You can hold it back and give it allowance, but I'm now giving, for the purpose of this video, full allowance just to have a bit less clicks in our video. Here we have a new chat. And this is where AI stops being a toy and starts being a tool. You're not copying and pasting between tabs. Claude is working inside your actual system. We need to have here in the connectors Atlassian activated. That's important. I'm a bit lazy and I have prepared a prompt already, but you can equally just copy this prompt later, or I will link it under the video below. I'm the founder of a B2B SaaS company. We've been running about 2 years of Jira, blah, blah, blah. You see, it's all these things that I was saying. And then I gave it a prompt that it should look at my Jira and should do first an honest assessment. How bad is it? How many duplicates? How messy is it? Then identify logical groupings by department. Propose a clean project structure. Should be split into multiple projects maybe. Show me how specific issues could be improved. Better titles, descriptions, deduplication. Start by pulling all issues from the CAN project. This is the project that I have there. And give me the damage report. So before I click, I'm going to show you how it looks like. So this is my, what I call the messy Jira. It has a big project. It has a lot of tasks here, duplicates from all kinds of departments, and it's like a mess here. You can see it. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to press send for this prompt, and we're going to see what's happening. So as you can see, Claude is going to the project. It's not asking me for allowance, mostly because I set the allowance on by default. Otherwise, it would ask you here if you allow it to connect to Jira and do these actions. Again, in a production environment, I would highly recommend to do this and approve every step that it's going to do. As this takes a bit of time, I'm going to speed up the video a bit here. So here we go. And we have a wonderful Jira audit just for this CAN or CAN project. And you see the board health is critical. It has 135 issues. It has duplicates like crazy. It has other issues, API errors, deployed to production, and so on and so forth. A beautiful report from our friend Claude Opus 4.6. I could actually not even imagine myself that this is such a nice report. So what we're going to do next is, of course, we are first going to do duplicates. This is something I believe is not 100% automated. So we have here a prompt, search all the issues in the Jira project. How many total issues are there? Identify any duplicates or near duplicate issues based on their summary and description. Group the duplicates together and tell me which ones to keep and which ones to remove. So that's going to be the next step. And after it found all these kind of things, we will be able to delete all these duplicates. I think the deletion is a little bit reduced in the capability of this connector to Claude. So there will be something that we have to go manually do over there, but it will be super easy. So it will take a bit of time to put together all these duplicates. Here we are back. Look at this. Claude just identified duplicate pairs across the entire project. Even if they're not written exactly the same way, it has found the needed duplicates. And it even created an Excel spreadsheet. You could download that and then it gives you a summary. It tells you exactly what to keep and what to remove, and the full inventory and the removal list. So what we're going to do next is, of course, that's a good way of reporting it, but we need to delete it from our project. So what I'm going to ask is the following. Another prompt. Give me the JQL query. That's the native like SQL type query from Jira to select all the duplicates so I can bulk delete them in Jira. Keep the original version of each task. So now it's going to convert what we have created here in a JQL command that they can just run. I think that's the limitation of the connection between the connector of Claude to Jira, that you cannot do such kind of large scale operation at once, but I'm going to do just that manually. So you see, paste this into your Jira board filter and then select delete. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to the Jira and I've opened the list view and say here filter, then I delete this and say here enter. And then it filters my Jira just for these duplicates that were defined or found earlier. And now that we have filtered it, we have 95 duplicates. What we're going to do is we're just saying select everything and delete. And delete. Here we go. And now it's going to delete all these duplicates. So that takes a bit of time. Stay on this page until this bulk action is finished. Just bear with me. Wonderful, we are done. Let's go back to Claude. The next thing we want to do is the following. So now look at the remaining unique issues. Categorize each of them by department or the summary and description. Use these departments: development, product, marketing, IT, HR, finance, sales, legal. Show me the count by department and list issues under each. Now we have another round where this is going to run through. Here you can see already that there is more issues. Yeah, wrong assignments by department and everything. So it found all of this. So I'm going to close here that Excel because it's not relevant for us anymore at the moment. And the next thing that I'm going to ask is a project structure proposal. We have now all these kind of things, but I say, based on this categorization, propose a Jira project structure. Should we keep everything in one project or split into multiple? Give me 2 to 3 options with pros and cons and recommend the best one for a company of our size. Include what workflows each project should use. So as you can see, it's never one shot. It's layered thinking step by step. So here we go. Because we are just having one project in this demo environment, it proposes to make labels and then also adjusts in to do, in progress, in review, and done. And that has no migration effort. It gives an option B to make 3 projects by function, what is recommended: an engineering project, a go-to-market or a marketing and sales and legal project, and an operations project. And of course, we are going to look through this, what the options are. And I think the option B actually looks better. And of course, I would propose to take option B also. So let's execute option B. Now we're getting execution of option B. Usually I'm actually talking to Claude, but today, because of this video, I decided that I'm going to type a little bit or copy paste the prompts just to keep things a bit easier. Now it goes and connects to my Jira. So as you can see, now it will create the projects inside Jira, the new ones, and also it takes different templates. Here we have a small challenge. It doesn't support to make projects inside Jira to the API or to the connector. So I quickly go to create these projects and we'll be back. Now, as you can see, I created these additional projects and that will be ready for Claude to use. Say, okay, the projects are done. Go ahead. And hopefully now it assigns the different tasks to the different projects in the different departments. And that should already give us a huge step afterwards. As you can see, it has issues that it will move to the new department. And it does one after another. This is a bit of a limitation right now of this Jira connector, that it cannot do bulk operations. It is doing everything one by one. That's also good. You can see that it's what it's doing. There is another option. If you would use N8N automation in the background, you could basically create then afterwards a list in Claude and then populate these changes through to Jira using a bulk operation using N8N. That's just a workaround example while it's doing this. I'm sure that Atlassian is improving this integration into Claude soon. And the other thing is, it just takes a bit of time. Yeah, I'm going to be back soon once it's done. As you can see, it also actually improves the tasks itself. So for example, there was a unspecified fix this thing bug report. That's of course not the bug report. So it will include better descriptions, better titles, and my opinion, that's quite amazing, because that also helps you to actually clean the tasks within the projects and within your Jira. So as you see, it's still going on. Now it's doing go-to-market and optimizing these kind of tasks to really have a properly organized Jira afterwards. As you can see, while it's working on that, it already takes several minutes. I was just pausing. Sometimes it has to actually come back to conversation because it fills up the context of the AI model so strongly. So even though we are working on Opus 4.6 extended right now, it's probably still going to be a quite heavy task. And it has a few more to do, and we will be back soon. So here we go. Looks like we are almost finished. It organized everything across engineering and product, go-to-market, internal operations, and so on. Of course, this is now just 3 departments. That also, for example, for a smaller company is probably more relevant. In this case, if you are in a larger company, that could be many more departments, and you might actually work yourselves through department by department and do that step by step. So what I'm going to do next is one last thing. I want to ask it to give me a final summary about everything what we did, how many duplicates we found, how the issues were broken down, etc. as a quick executive report that I could share with my team. And in the meantime, once it does that, let me recap what just happened. We had before 135 issues. We had 1 project, 8 departments, duplicates everywhere, vague titles, no structure. Afterwards, we have 41 clean tasks, categorized by department, with just 3 departments for a small or medium-sized company, a proposed project structure with department-specific workflows, and improved workflow descriptions and issue descriptions. Time, under an hour. Cost, Claude subscription. Some knowledge how to do this. What would be the alternative? 4 months and thousands of fees in consulting. Now, I want to be honest with you. AI did not do 100% of the work here. I had to do some stuff manually. There are decisions that humans need to take. Which project structure fits your team, what your workflows should look like, how to handle edge cases. But I would say AI still did 80% of the heavy lifting. The analysis, the categorization, the duplicate detection, the description writing, that's what usually takes so much time. And this is what I mean when I say AI is now here to get real work done. Not as a chatbot, not as a toy, as an operations tool that connects your actual systems and does actual work. If you're running a company and your Jira, or maybe also your Asana or your Monday.com or your Notion looks like a mess, I showed you at the beginning of this video. So this is not limited to Jira. You don't need a 4-month consulting project. You need 1 afternoon probably with the right tools. Look at your final report. You see, it's exactly what we discussed about. And you have here the whole report that you can share with the team what has been done, including the whole project structure, everything. Beautiful. If you want more real-world AI use cases like this, not demos, not theory, actual production work, subscribe to this channel, please. And if you want me to show you how to set up the Atlassian MCP step by step, I'll link that video right here once it's live. I'm Lukas Hertig. Make your homework and go to work. I'm looking forward to working with you in the next video or whenever you need my help. Thank you.